Cameron King. Great meeting you. I'm a fan.
That's crazy.
I damn near worship you growing up.
Who are you?
I'm him.
Who are you?
I'm him. Monta.
Shut up!
Too slow.
Shut up!
So just got back from seeing Mr. Him, starring Tariq Withers and Marlon Wayans. The movie essentially follows the story of Tariq Withers' character, Cameron Cade, who is an up and coming college prospect going into the league. He is attacked by a crazed fan and kind of misses his opportunity to compete in the combine. And then his hero, Isaiah White, who is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever with 8 rings, calls him to his combine in the middle of the desert and asks him to work out with him for a week to see if he's really ready and can he really compete in a high NFL level with after his injury. First training day, everything goes fine, and then after that, things start getting weird. Cameron starts seeing weird things happening in the palace, if you will, in the middle of the desert. Strange things start happening with the staff, with things in the house. Things start getting almost paranoid, and then also the practices start getting more almost demonic, if you will. And Cameron really is fighting with himself to say if he really belongs here or if he can really sustain the lifestyle that Isaiah really truly lives. Now, a lot of people aren't going to like this movie. I can really tell you that for kind of like a different amount of reasons. One, this is a psychological thriller. This is not a horror movie. This is exactly up Jordan Peele's alley. I see why he is producing this movie. He did not direct it, but Marlon Wayans did such an amazing job in this movie. The grit that he showed in kind of like almost mentoring his soon replacement, if you will. And so he wants to see if this kid can really hang into his world. And then the practices that they do just keep intensifying. And then not only the practices, just the life around, like the crazy fans and then the people in the house. And he just starts like slowly like deteriorating, like, is this what I really want? Like having all this money, having all this power, it really becomes like a wake up call. And he goes, do I really want this? And you see how like almost demonic having all this money, having all this power and fame is. And that's why I think the overall message in this movie is, I don't think a lot of people who love the NFL will like this movie, only because it puts a broad spectrum of almost the demonic way of how recruiting that they do, like almost like going to the combine. If you really think about it, is almost kind of like a slave trade. Hate to say it like that, but it's like you're seeing who can run the fastest, jump the highest, lift the heaviest, and they put it in such an introspective way where these people are selling their souls almost to the devil. And it's like, what are you really willing to give? Are you willing to give your soul? Are you willing to sacrifice everything? And this is what Isaiah White, Marlon Wayans' character, is trying to dig out of Cameron. And you just slowly start seeing, like, he goes, am I really ready for all of this? Like, this is a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just thought he was coming for a quote unquote, workout for the weekend. And it slowly becomes Jordan Peele, very demonic, very fast. But I have to say, like, this to me, this was a solid ass movie. I loved Marlon Wayans' movie. I love Cameron in this as well. Excuse me, his not Tariq, but Cameron, the guy who played. I give it to him. He had a nice little. He had I Know What You Did Last Summer, and he was also Tariq Withers right here. He was also, if you guys can remember, he was in I Know What You Did Last Summer, and also the last season of ATL. His story was really funny, and I thought he looked familiar. Julia Fox, who played Marlon Wayans' wife, who I thought they ripped off, in my personal opinion, Kanye West's last wife. I thought they ripped from her character, her essence, and like a mixture with Lady Gaga. She was all over the place, but I liked her character. I saw the route that they were coming from. So in that retrospective, if you love football, then I think you really were gonna love this movie. But if you kind of like that horror, match with that kind of psychological thriller, I think this is right up your alley. So, like I said, if you love football, psychological thrillers, I think to me this was a beautiful marriage. But I can see why a lot of people won't like this movie. A very solid ending, but the only thing, it ends like one of them ways where it shows you the ending, but you don't know what happens after the ending. Like, it's like one of them things where you're like, well, what happened after that? Like, how does the person go on? Like, how do they get on to the next level? Do they start playing football? Do they go do another job? Like, they don't really thrive and cross their T's, if you will. So I think that's the only knock that I have about the movies. Like, you really don't know how the true ending goes. But besides that, like, I thought this was a solid ass movie. So comes out this Friday. Be sure to go check it out, guys. Him